Boys and girls, children and men, little babies and giant monsters. No, I'm just kidding. Guys, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, these are all terrifying things. That's why I tried to use that terrifying intro voice, and we're doing something a little bit different. We are analyzing cryptocurrency markets. Now, as you can see, we have been in a major decline, a huge crash, one of the biggest, but only one of the biggest, because it's also been one of the biggest influxes in cryptocurrency in recent times. So I'm going to do a quick video analyzing the Bitcoin market and talking about using a little bit of technical analysis to determine what's going to happen with the price. Maybe not. I could be 100% wrong. Take all of this with a grain of salt, or don't base any of your opinions on my opinions. But if you like listening to them, then you like listening to them. We're analyzing the cryptocurrency market. So let's take a look at what's happened recently. 7 days, Bitcoin has lost 21.87% of its value. It's actually lost more than that recently. We hit a recent peak of $20,000. Let's talk cryptocurrency. BTC, open up and let's take a look at Coinbase. We're going to look at an interactive chart on TradingView. Let's see what's been happening with cryptocurrencies lately and try to figure out what's going to happen, what the trends are, how it's going. So recently, as recently as let's see over here, March 2017, crypto is worth $1,200. November 2016, worth $800, $750, and we can drop even lower down here. We're in the range of like the 200s sometimes in 2016. But all of these numbers over here look so insignificant compared to what happened over here in the stock graphs. So if you're looking at cryptocurrencies and you're wondering, or you're telling everybody, hey man, I knew that these were fake. I knew that cryptocurrencies couldn't be real. I know that money is fake money because you just have to be able to hold your money. Everybody's saying that. It's not true. Cryptocurrencies are a real thing. I believe that they are the progress of the future, and I'm going to take a look at this stock graph here to analyze and see what's happening. So after this happened, when you go back a few days in time, let's go back a few days in time, and now we're over here at December 12th, December 18th, 2017, and we hit an all-time high in the value of Bitcoin of approximately $20,000 per Bitcoin. That means if you bought them at $200, if you bought 5 at $200, then your $200 investment, your $1,000 investment is now a $100,000 profit. Looking at what happened here, don't you guys think all of the people who are panic selling and going crazy right now, you might want to panic sell if it's your first time in this market. This game is not for the lighthearted. Oh, also this is Bitstamp. I thought I was on Coinbase, but that's okay. This is not a market for the lighthearted. Cryptocurrencies are incredibly volatile. When we take a look here and we see what happened, you almost never see this kind of rise or this volatility in a stock market. But looking over here, a rise to $20,000 per Bitcoin, isn't it logical? Wouldn't you think that at some point you're going to see some type of reversal? Now, maybe not even yet. It's hard to know when to stop, because when you're looking at the graph right here, you're thinking to yourself, oh man, it's about time for a reversal. When you look at the graph right here, you're like, oh man, about time for a reversal. Looking at the graph right here, oh geez, about time for a reversal. Basic trading 101. Don't fight a trend. If your lows are always higher and your highs are always higher, then it means that the value is increasing. So what I mean by lows is I mean each dip in this stock graph. So when we take a look here, we see one dip pretty low, next dip, one dip $2,000, next dip $3,000, next dip down to $5,000. Now we look at our peaks, $3,000 peak, $5,000 peak, $8,000. Also notice that these usually coincide around each other. your support and resistance lines right here, these coincide most of the time, so they get pretty close with each other. Now when we look over here, all we have right now is a market correction that's happening. There's so much money that's been put into cryptocurrencies. Right now what we're experiencing is a major market correction. But if I do this and I draw something like this and draw a trend line, now this, don't even pretend like I'm doing a good job of this. Draw a trend line. You can see that Bitcoin is definitely still in a long-term upwards trend. The only problem is that we're no longer having our peaks being higher than our prior peaks. You see right here, we had a peak and then our next peak is lower. This indicates a trend reversal. Doesn't mean that Bitcoin's dead, guys. This doesn't mean that it's over, and it doesn't mean that it's not a valuable investment for the future. Just because these are what the values are right now doesn't mean that this is what they're going to be like in a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. 5 years, people have projected it being worth $200,000. It could be worth $200. It's really, really hard to say, because the truth is, oh, hide for now. Sorry. The truth is, nobody knows. I should have logged into my TradingView account. Why didn't I do that before this video? Oh, the truth is, nobody knows. But anyways, I made a couple of calls last week in a group with my friends. I made a couple calls on another cryptocurrency, Ethereum. If you don't know what Ethereum is, let me give you a brief rundown. Ethereum to US dollars, there it is. Ethereum is a cryptocurrency that is like Bitcoin, except for it is built off blockchain technology. The blockchain is a giant ledger that tells you about Bitcoin. It's built off blockchain technology, and it allows you to embed smart contracts in your currency. So you can have a contract that you can put contracts in with your money. So a contract that says, I'll give you an example. Right now, somebody put the deed to his house in an Ethereum-based contract. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I have it. The information about this. Look at this. Somebody put the deed to his house in an Ethereum-based contract, and then he created smartlaw.io, which is a way to hold your real estate in an Ethereum wallet. This is just to show you what's possible with Ethereum in smart contracts and Ethereum-based tokens. And if you don't know what a token is, let's go and look at our values over here. Let's look at our cryptocurrencies. By the way, in my opinion, I happen to jump in right here just now. I just happened to buy a little bit of Ethereum right here at 800 because I think this is a good time. You see a huge negative trend right now in Ethereum, but I personally believe in Ethereum more than I believe in Bitcoin. I have more money in Bitcoin than I have in Ethereum, but I believe in Ethereum over Bitcoin. And I'm trying to scoop up as much as I can right now when we have these sell-offs. The easiest way to do this, guys, without trading or without thinking about this, is to put $10 a day into a certain amount of cryptocurrencies that you believe in, regardless of what the price is. If you actually believe in cryptocurrencies the way that I believe in cryptocurrencies, then this is your trading strategy. Looking over here, we see that the value right now is at about $1,000. We're looking at a reversal for a short term here, and probably a sideways trend for a small period of time. Now, I could be talking out of my ass. Everybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, I could be talking out of my ass. Do some research yourself, see what you think. You don't have to learn everything, but just do some research on crypto yourself. Now, when we take a look at the market right now has dropped significantly. A 7-day drop of $21,000. We have lost about $180 billion in market share in Bitcoin, but we also had increased by about 400 billion. So we went up by 400 billion and we lost 160 billion or 180 billion. We still have a couple $100 billion of an increase in a few months. In a few months, that's unheard of in any stock, any anything that you can think of in a traditional, fully regulated market. That is unheard of. And the other thing about these is that they don't open and close. When I take a look right now and show you a regular stock, so let's take a look at Afria. When we take a look at a regular stock, by the way, this is marijuana investments. When I take a look at a regular stock, what happens every day? What happens every day? market closes, market opens, market closes, market opens, market closes, market opens. Each day you have closing and opening prices on the market. This is completely different than Bitcoin or Ethereum or cryptocurrencies because they jump so much in value. Now, I don't expect Ethereum to continue rising at this rate. At some point, it's got to rebound down. It might even drop back down to the $400 value. That's just what you would expect based on how much has been put into this. But when we look at Ethereum right now and we look at what has happened, this crazy crash that just happened with Ethereum, I thought that $800 would be a good time to get your money into the market. Well, I actually said $850 would be a safe time to put your money in. $800 would be risky. I put a little bit of a buy order in at $800 and a little bit of a buy order in at $850, another little bit at $900. And that was today. And we're back up to $1,000. So I made a little bit of money. But what's important to note is that I don't care about that money that I made. I'm not looking at selling my Ethereum. My long-term goal here is to obtain as much Ethereum as possible. Later on, I'll go on and talk about some security things with Ethereum and Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. But right now, this is what we're saying. Now, I want to show you guys two other cryptocurrencies that are kind of interesting. So, Ethereum is like what platinum was to gold. Ethereum is the better version. Everything about Ethereum right now is better than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is like the old dog who's got tons of value, but you can see right here that even though one Ethereum's worth $1,000 and one Bitcoin's worth $11,000, doesn't mean that Ethereum is worth 1/10 of Bitcoin. It's the market cap that you want to look at based on the circulating supply. So there's only 16,800 16,000? Is that 16,000? No. Are these commas? Okay. Holy shit, I'm having trouble. Okay, there's only 16,000 Bitcoins that 28. How many Bitcoin? 16 million Bitcoins that exist. Holy crap. I'm going to edit that out. 16 million Bitcoins that exist right now and 97 million Ethereum. So that means that the market cap, when you multiply 97 million by approximately 1,000, you get approximately a market cap of 97 billion. And when you do the same thing with Bitcoin at $11,000 times the circulating supply, you get the market cap. And the market cap is what you want to look at to see the size of the coin. And Ethereum has been growing rapidly. Now, another coin that's been growing rapidly is XRP Ripple. Ripple was worth less than pennies for years and years, worth less than pennies. Recently went up to be worth $3. Anybody who jumped in a few years ago and got one of those buckets that dripped out Ethereum all day, you got yourself tons of money. Now, when we look at token-based currencies, I'm going to open this up and we're going to look at everything based on the Ethereum platform. These are the ones that I think are going to do really well soon. EOS is one of the only currencies in this dip that didn't drop significantly. So what this means is that EOS was actually very, very valuable during this Bitcoin crash. I tried to buy some extra EOS while the crash was happening, and I put low purchase orders in, expecting EOS to drop like everything else, but it didn't. TRON coin has dropped significantly. It was just the first one in the top 10 cryptocurrencies. Now it is no longer in the top 10 cryptocurrencies. It dropped all the way back down to being worth about like 5 cents. What is it here? Yeah, 5 cents. Dropped back down to 5 cents, and it's on its way back up at 7 cents here. But if you're looking at these graphs and you're looking at things to happen, right now, today, the 17th of January, 2018 at 8:07 p.m., it's not a terrible time to scoop up a little bit of these currencies, because you can expect a slight rebound back up. Now, whether or not this is a trend reversal, an intermediate trend reversal, if you want to trade, this is just trading advice. Again, I'm saying, don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to anything I'm saying, but watch my videos and like them. But anyway, if you wanna look at this graph, you can expect that this dip, we have a new low here. You can expect this to go back up a little bit soon, maybe to this resistance level. This bottom right here at about 1250 is going to become a resistance level for Ethereum, or for Bitcoin to break through. We're in Bitcoin right here. For Ethereum, we're going to see something similar. We drop down to 800, it dropped to 1,000, but we've hit all-time highs in Ethereum. Ethereum is following up following behind Bitcoin, and might overtake it as the biggest cryptocurrency in 2018. It's possible. I think it'll happen, but we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, if there's a time to get in to make a little bit of short-term cash, I think this is what it is. This is your Ethereum analysis right now. Next time I'll have my things set up. If we take a look at the trend lines, it's pretty much exactly what you would expect to see based on these patterns here, something like this, you know. And I don't know how to make these well. I'm just kind of guessing and bullshitting along with this because I'm not a pro. But you can also expect it. Look at this. It dips down and drops to the bottom of this trend line. And one of the key rules in trading and in technical analysis is not to fight a trend. Don't buck the trend. And right now, the trend is still definitely bullish for the short term in Ethereum. For the long term in Bitcoin, we may have seen a trend reversal. Bitcoin might start dipping down. You might see values go down back to 5,000. You might see it drop down to 7,500. These are going to be the testing grounds right here. The 7,500 is a support level that you have to get through. And honestly, I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I know that I'm having fun with my currencies. I'm trying to get as many additional currencies as I possibly can. I've diversified my portfolio. I believe in Ethereum, and you know what? Let's switch up to my subscribing scene, guys. That was my analysis video. I just talked some cryptocurrency. It's a thing that I told myself I was going to start doing, was to start talking cryptocurrency and making videos on them. Hopefully it gained some traction. Hopefully you guys liked it. If you did, hit the like button. If you didn't, then, you know, just ignore me. And if you want to see more, subscribe. If you have any questions, leave comments. If you want to know anything about the tools that I'm using, go ahead and ask. I'm more than happy to help, and hope you guys have a great day. Remember, investing is really risky business. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. And this is a crazy volatile market. If you're just trying to make a quick buck, you're probably going to lose it.